Billy the Kid, born Henry McCarty in 1859, is one of the most legendary figures of the American West. His life story is steeped in drama, marked by violence, and embodies the complex character of a young man thrust into a turbulent era. Born in New York City to Irish immigrant parents, his early life was fraught with instability and hardship. The family moved several times before settling in New Mexico, where his mother's death due to tuberculosis when he was just 14 left him orphaned and vulnerable. This loss had a profound impact on Billy, fostering a sense of alienation that would shape his future choices. In a harsh and unforgiving environment, Billy turned to crime as a means of survival. Initially, he engaged in petty theft, but as he grew older, his criminal activities escalated into more serious offenses, including gunfights and murder. His first significant act of violence came when he killed a blacksmith named Frank P. Squirrel in self-defense, an event that marked the beginning of his transformation from a troubled youth into the infamous outlaw known as Billy the Kid. During these formative years, he adopted the nickname that would become synonymous with outlaw culture, further solidifying his identity as a formidable figure in the lawless West. Billy's life took a crucial turn during the Lincoln County War of 1878, a brutal conflict sparked by power struggles between rival factions of ranchers and merchants. This war was not simply a battle over resources and territory. It was a clash of personal vendettas, economic interests, and systems of power. Billy aligned himself with the Regulators, a group led by rancher John Tunstall. Tunstall became a father figure to Billy, offering him guidance and mentorship amidst the chaos of frontier life. However, Tunstall's murder at the hands of rival factions had a devastating effect on Billy, igniting a fierce desire for revenge that would drive his actions throughout the war. Following Tunstall's assassination, Billy felt compelled to avenge his mentor's death. He and the Regulators launched a campaign against the men linked to Tunstall's murder, resulting in a series of deadly confrontations. Their actions intensified the conflict, leading to a cycle of violence that left several dead and further propelled Billy into the role of an outlaw. Notably, he became involved in the killing of several prominent figures during the war, including a notorious rival rancher named Murphy and his associates. With every skirmish, Billy's notoriety grew, transforming him into a central figure of both fear and admiration within the region. While the Lincoln County War marked the height of Billy's notoriety, it also set the stage for his eventual downfall. As law enforcement became more dedicated to capturing him, particularly the determined Sheriff Pat Garrett, Billy found himself increasingly isolated. Garrett, who had initially been a friend to Billy, was entrusted with the task of bringing him to justice. Their relationship exemplifies the complexities of friendships during a time marked by violence and shifting loyalties. The tension between Garrett and Billy became part of the growing legend surrounding the outlaw. Billy's ability to evade capture seemed almost mythical. He became a master of disguise and deception, using the vast and often desolate New Mexico landscape to his advantage. This skill earned him a reputation as a cunning and elusive outlaw, capturing the public's imagination as stories of his exploits circulated. His youthful demeanor and audacity appealed to a populace fascinated by tales of adventure, lawlessness, and rebellion against authority. Many viewed him as a symbol of resistance against a corrupt system, while others considered him a ruthless assassin deserving of punishment. In 1880, Billy the Kid was finally captured in Fort Sumner, New Mexico, after a series of grave miscalculations. Ironically, his capture came when he least expected it. He was unprepared during a chance encounter with lawmen while visiting acquaintances. He was quickly charged with gun-related crimes, and a trial soon followed. Convicted of murder, Billy was sentenced to hang, yet this was far from the end of his story. His time in custody was marked by a sense of defiance as he garnered significant public attention. During his trial, he displayed a certain charm that endeared him to some spectators, contributing to the romanticized image of the bad boy. His youthful audacity and unpredictable nature attracted the public. A blend of admiration and skepticism characterized the conversations surrounding him. Despite his conviction, many saw him as a misunderstood hero rather than a mere criminal. This perspective fed into the allure of his legend, with newspapers sensationalizing his story and contributing to the folklore around his life. Billy's most audacious act came when he managed to escape from jail, a bold move that involved killing 2 sheriff's deputies during the process. This escape was not only a testament to his cunning, but also solidified his status as a legendary outlaw. After fleeing custody, he went on the run again, further entwining his life with the chaos and unpredictability that defined the Old West. His ability to elude capture made him a figure of fascination, epitomizing the rebellious spirit that many associated with the frontier experience. Despite his remarkable escapes, Billy's luck was destined to run out. On July 14, 1881, he was shot and killed by Pat Garrett at a ranch in Fort Sumner. The manner of his death, struck down in his youth, transformed Billy into a mythic figure, immortalized through stories and folklore. Garrett's shooting of Billy has been memorialized as a pivotal moment in the history of the Old West, and differing accounts of the event only served to deepen the intrigue surrounding Billy's life. In the wake of his death, Billy the Kid's legacy grew exponentially. Newspapers and public perception painted him as a quintessential outlaw, with tales of his daring exploits and tragic end capturing the imagination of a nation. This narrative was further bolstered by Hollywood, which transformed Billy's life into films and stories that romanticized his character as both a rebel and a tragic figure. The story of this young outlaw, cut down before his potential could be fully realized, evoked a tragic sense of loss that resonated with men. Over time, he evolved into the embodiment of the Wild West, representing both the promise and peril of frontier life. The mythology surrounding Billy the Kid persisted into the 20th century as generations of storytellers reinterpreted his life. His image became synonymous with rebellion, youthful bravado, and the complexities of moral choices in a rapidly changing world. Many viewed him as a victim of circumstance, an orphaned boy caught in a cycle of violence and lawlessness, fighting against societal constraints. This romanticized version of Billy continues to influence popular culture, sparking an ongoing fascination with the Wild West and its notorious outlaws. Thank you for watching. Please like and subscribe for more Killer Cliff Notes, and we'll see you in the next one.